Wrong Turn is a movie released in 2003 starring Desmond Harrington, Eliza Dushku, Jeremy Sisto, and Emmanuel Chikri, and directed by Rob Schmidt. Now, this movie is one of my guilty pleasures just because it is just an easy watching movie. There's nothing overly complicated about the film. There's nothing that's really that you need to really sort of primarily focus on. Once you've watched it a couple of times, you know what's going to happen, but you can just sit there and let the blood flow. The movie centers around Chris, who accidentally crashes into a group of 5 teenagers or young adults, whichever one, whilst he's sort of lost in the wilderness in the middle of nowhere. The group of 5 have ultimately sort of shredded their tyres because someone has laid barbed wire out, almost like a tripwire, and trapped them in there. And we immediately get the feeling that someone's done that on purpose, obviously, and that's leading to them being hunted. Now, at the very beginning, we are introduced to the idea of the legend of the Mountain Men, and we are introduced to them as being an inbred group of cannibals that like to hunt other people for sport. So this group now have to try and survive, try and escape, and prevent being murdered by this group. And unfortunately, as the movie goes on, one by one of the group is killed off, and we are left sort of following them trying to escape with their lives. The threat is there, the threat is demonstrated, and it is gory, I have to admit. But it's fun. It's really fun to watch. And this movie is a cheap movie. I mean, at the end of the day, it's a very basic story. People lost in the woods, people being hunting them down, you know, disfigured mutants, genetics, running after you, hunting you down, trying to eat you. It is all very much a fear that you would have whenever you're trapped out in the woods at night somewhere, that someone's going to come out and get you. So it just leads into that. So it's very basic. But at the same time, they've done quite well with that source material. There's a couple of really good tension scenes. One of them is when the group are inside the cabin, unknowingly belonging to the sort of enemies, the threats. And they're hiding under the bed at one point, and obviously they're in the room with them, and it's all about trying to stop from being caught. And there's certain incidents happen that cause them to almost get caught, and it's one of those moments where you hold your breath alongside with them. And yeah, excellent tension building. Another example of that is later on when they're trying to flee whilst up high in the trees and trying to make their way across the branches, but also they're being hunted with bows and arrows at the same time. But it's all about trying to stealthily get your way across and not give away your position. All that is brilliant. And the pace in this movie is pretty decent. I mean, every so often one of the group gets killed off, so it keeps you hooked to sort of see how they're going to get out of it, who's next, what's going to happen. And the enemies, the mountain men, they do pop up out of nowhere a lot of the time as well. So you can never really fully relax on behalf of the heroes of this movie. But where this movie does fall down a little bit is it does resort to several jump scares throughout, even just people jumping out at each other randomly. There's no reason for it. It's just a cheap jump scare to get your juices going, really. But it doesn't need to do it because it delivers it later on. It's just pushing it too much, I think. And the design of the mountain men as well is pretty good. It sort of dehumanises them enough to the point where you do sort of see them as monsters and quite terrifying when you look at them. And yeah, quite a formidable threat as well. The way that they can essentially navigate through their sort of, ability with weapons, bows and arrows, knives, etc. The use of the barbed wire, other traps. All of that does show them to be very formidable threats and shows that our heroes are essentially up against it throughout. Overall, this is a fun watch. As I said, it's not anything you need to necessarily overly invest into, but it's something that you can quite easily follow. For me, 3 stars. It's nothing major because of the basic plot, but at the same time, you don't really need to. It's not overcomplicated. It's quite easy to follow and quite enjoyable. So yeah, 3 stars. So that was my review of Wrong Turn. What did you guys think about it? Have you guys seen it? Whatever you guys thought, please pop it in the comment section below. As always, thank you very much for watching this video. I will be back with another upload soon, but until then, you guys take it easy, and I'll catch you on the next one.